Hey everyone, Will Brink here, brinkzone.com. Wanted to do a follow-up on the Aera P-1 pilot watch that I bought. It's been a little over a year. I think as with a lot of things, maybe watches in particular, but other things like audio equipment and stuff, which I've also done reviews here. A lot of times, you review something, you have a short time to live with it. It might be weeks, might be months, whatever. But a lot of things change as time goes on. And so what I've taken to doing is some 1 year plus reviews as to where I sit from original reviews. And I did that with a pair of speakers recently, which actually got really good traffic, which I think people were really interested as to, okay, you liked it or you didn't like a thing, but how do you like it a year later or as time goes on? And watches, I think watches are even more so fall into that category. Because if you're a watch person, you're into watches, you just do not know as time goes on whether this is going to be a watch that you like, that you wear a lot, whether it becomes your daily wear, it's a go-to watch, or it's something that just for whatever reason just falls out of favor. It doesn't get worn. It sits in the box or whatever. And it's one thing to do, I think, with watches especially. You just don't know which one of those watches is going to be. You will see a watch and just love at first sight. You'll think it's the greatest thing ever, and 6 months later or whatever, you realize that you don't wear it, or it just doesn't have that same effect on you or whatever. And there's just no really knowing which one of it's going to be, So I thought this would actually might be particularly beneficial follow-up on the Aera Pilot Watch. Now, I reviewed the Pilot Watch about a year ago, and I'll link that below this video. I also reviewed their dive watch later on, which they sent me for review. When I first bought the watch, the company was, really pretty unknown. I mean, they were really a new company. I really kind of took a big chance on them. And now, since a year plus has gone by, I think they've really made quite a splash for themselves as far as micro brands go. And I'm glad to see that, because I think they really do make an outstanding watch. So take a look at that review to see what I'm talking about. Now, the follow-up that I do want to make on also was that they had sent me a new strap to try. Now, the Aera brand, they make their own straps which fit to the case in a really unique way, and they're really nice straps. And you saw the picture coming in. Those are all the straps I have now, so you can see I actually have a pretty good collection of their straps. But one thing that was going on with that watch was it wasn't actually getting a lot of wrist time over the last year. Even though I really liked the watch, it was not really getting a lot of wrist time for me. And the reason for that is, now they sell it and sort of market it as a tool watch, which is to say a ruggedly built watch that should lend itself really well to a daily wear watch, something that you're going to wear, you may wear daily wear, or your dominant watch that you put on most days. Now, for me, when you say a daily wear, I take that literally. When I say daily wear, to me that means I should be able to go to the beach and jump in the water, jump in the pool, do lawn work, go to the gym, whatever. I mean, this watch is going to be worn daily, and it's going to deal with the everyday issues of life. And the problem with the Aera for me was that it basically all they offered were these very nice leather straps. They're beautiful straps. They look great. But I was not wearing it that much because I couldn't make it a daily wear, because I'll destroy a leather strap, swimming in the pool. And again, anything daily wear, a tool watch has obviously got to be well built. It's got to have at least decent water resistance and so on. But I wasn't really wearing it, is my point. And the only thing they did make that would make it wearable as a daily wear for me was a rubber strap. Now, I'm not really a fan of rubber straps. I think they go on dive watches, and if they're not on a dive watch, I just don't think I like the way they look, frankly. But I just don't like rubber straps. I run hot. I will always sweat under rubber straps. And again, another thing about a daily wear watch is that it needs to be comfortable. It has to be comfortable for all day wear. There's plenty of watches that I have put on or even own. I mean, I don't own a lot of watches, but I mean watches that are not comfortable to wear all day. They might be great for going out watches, dress-up watches, whatever. They're fine for a few hours or whatever, but I will find that if I try to wear them all day, and 90% of the time or 80% of the time, whatever, that's the strap, but that's the case design and the shape and all that. But again, rubber straps for me, really for all day, are kind of a no-go for all-day wear. I just don't like them. I'm not crazy about the way they look anyway, but like I say, I run hot. So the problem with this excellent watch that I liked, it did not get a lot of wear wrist time. So they told me that they had now make a NATO strap. Now again, if you watch my other my other review, I mentioned that I'm not really a big fan of NATO straps. I've never been a big fan of NATO straps, frankly. And they said, look, we're now making NATO straps. They are actually made from recycled material too, which so they're environmentally friendly. We'd like to send you one to give it a try. And I said, sure. I said, I'm not a big fan of NATO straps. Fair warning, I'm not a big NATO strap person. And usually, most of the reason I wasn't really a big fan of NATO straps is I just didn't like the way that they looked. They're comfortable. Obviously, they meet the criteria of a daily wear strap. That is, you can swim with them, you can work out with them, whatever. You're not going to ruin them. I just didn't think it always did. You take a really nice looking watch and you put a NATO strap. To me, it always just sort of I just didn't like the look. Sort of devalued the look of it. So they said, let us send you. Try our NATO straps, because like I say, they make their own straps designed specifically for the watches, and they sent it to me, and I have been wearing it, like a month now, and now, to be honest with you, I think I was wrong. I think, their NATO strap, I think it just looks great. It's really comfortable. Let's see if I can show you guys. You saw the pictures coming in. There you go. I think that's it's a big shiny, it's a little bit catching the water. Anyway, so that's the NATO strap, and I really like it. It fits the watch perfectly. I think also the style of the P1, at least, and the dive watch too, but the style of the P1, the thing about this style is that it lends itself really well to a NATO strap or a really nice dressy strap. You can dress. This is a watch you can dress up, you can dress down, and it works. I think there's a lot of, again, case styles and stuff that I don't think look very good in NATO. But I will say again, the way they've made this NATO strap, also the buckles has their nice chunky, and they also using the same 904 steel on their buckles and stuff, and the size of the NATO. I just think it really works, and it's really comfortable, and I have honestly changed my mind now about NATO straps. I'm now at least a fan of some NATO straps made, if they're the right size, the right design, with the right watch. So now it's actually getting a lot of wrist time. This has now been my daily wear since I've got the strap. Honestly, it's now been my daily wear for the last couple of months, or a little over a month, I think, and really happy with it. As you can see, I have nothing to say but positive things. And so now that it's been a year plus, I will say that my enjoyment of this watch, I think that my initial impressions are all still there. If not more so. It's a big watch. It's not a small watch. I mean, again, I have small wrists too. They're only 6.5 inches. I like a larger watch. So anything under 40 anything under 40 is just not for me. 40 is about as small as I'll go, and I can get up to a foot of 44 until the lugs go, start to get past the wrist, and then I wouldn't wear it. But it's not a small watch. But I'll say my initial impressions, everything I said in the initial review, are the same, if not more so. The watch just really feels quality. It just has a solid solidity to it. Both watches just feel like they're built like a tank, and they are. And again, I will say that I did not make this my daily wear over the last year. I wore it on and off. Again, I'd put a nice strap on it. Again, I see these great straps. I would change straps. I'd go out. I'd wear it at night or whatever. certain, depending on what I want, but it was not a daily wear watch. Now it is actually, right now it's become a daily wear watch, and I think it's going to continue to be a daily wear watch because I can now go jump in the pool and go swim in the ocean and, go to the gym and all that. So I would just say, quick update, and I'm not going to make this a long one, that I would still highly recommend the Aera. I think the fact they're really just concentrating on the two models that they have and really making that, just knocking those two out of the park as far as the design, the look, the integrated straps, the quality of the materials, the fit and the finish. It's all just really there, and I think you are still getting an exceptional value. These are not inexpensive watches, mind you, especially in getting into micro territory, but I think these watches, fit, finish, and all that are punching way above their weight as far as considering what you could compare them to other brands. And I think they really do have I think, again, design-wise, they really do have a unique look. So that's it. Questions, comments, obviously, give this a like, and check out some of my other reviews of watches, and let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see y'all on the ring.